Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is CheeseBoy628 here today giving you an RU tier Pokemon Showdown battle, and I am back. I am ready to get back to these daily uploads. I'm excited and I hope you are as well. But anyway, getting into this preview here, this is actually a team made by my boy Mr. Falco, and it is excellent. I do so well with it on the ladder. I laddered with it a ton today, and I got to like 1850 after like 30 battles or so. And so I was just kept battling until I found a pretty decent match, which is right here. So I hope you all enjoy. But right before that, I've got a Calm Mind Spiritomb. You could not mess with that. It is an amazing late game sweeper. I have a Scarf Braviary, and the rest of the pokes are fairly standard, although my Escavalier has Sleep Talk and Toxic, which is pretty cool. So the problem I must face when seeing my opponent's team here is figuring out what's going to be banded and what's going to be scarfed, because Jinx, Sock, and Cinccino are all able to have choiced items, so I have to be rather careful and scout out for what items they're holding. After that, he has the defensive core of Amoonguss and Kabutops, and then Moltres is just a threat, but as long as I have Lantern intact, I should be alright. So let's see how this battle goes. So I started with Spiritomb because he can pretty much take anything on his team, but he does bring in Moltres and I want Lantern to scout out that thing. So it turns out he has Fire Blast. So he misses though, so I don't know how much damage he's doing, whether it's Specs, Life Orb, or Scarf. So I'm just going to go for the Scald in case he stays in, but he does bring in Amoonguss and he does get burned, which will be nice because his survivability will be lowered now. Now, I do want to scout out the HP Fire with Amoonguss, so I'm going to switch out to my Amoonguss and take the HP Fire very easily. So these next few turns are going to be fairly stally as neither of us can really touch each other. I'm kind of predicting him to switch out, which is why I go for the Sludge Bomb so I can do more damage to like a Moltres or a Kabutops. But he does stay in until pretty much he's at the lowest amount of health possible that he can then recover with Regenerator. Because I keep predicting him to switch out, he's actually wearing me down pretty fast with all the HP fires, and here I know he's probably going to switch, so I have to predict the Kabutops or the Moltres, and I do predict the Kabutops, which is why I go for the Giga Drain. So that's why he takes like no damage from that Giga Drain, of course, from quad resisting. Now he goes for the Fire Blast again, he does hit. I see the Life Orb here and my Lantern takes it relatively well. So I'm just going to go for the Scald. I know he has Jinx, which I am definitely scared of because I don't know what's set yet, but I am just going to go for the Scald in case he does try to overpredict me. So I do have Braviary and I'm going to go for the U-turn because I am Scarfed. I probably outspeed him, and so now I'm able to get momentum, bring in my Amoonguss on this Kabutops, and I can just go for the Spore, because I really doubt it can touch me much. It was kind of weird that he was risky enough to stay in and go for the rocks, but still good play on his part, since he does have rocks and my Braviary is definitely crippled. Now I have my Lantern here against this Moltres. Moltres is definitely running out of options here, as it is getting low on health and he hasn't revealed Roost, so I'm wondering if it even has it. But yeah, now I bring in Spiritomb, hope that I can take HP Grass and a Fire Blast. That's why I did scout with Spiritomb in case it did have HP Grass to hit my Lantern. But yeah, eventually I do go down from that Fire Blast easily. My Braviary easily revenges the Moltres with the return, and now he brings in Cinccino, and I'm worried that it's Scarfed, which is why I go into Rhydon here, and I do take the Rock Blast very easily, and I'm easily to come back with a Stealth Rock or Earthquake, and I do go for the EQ, but he reveals here he's not choiced at all, and goes for the Bullet Seed. Thankfully, I do live, and Rhydon actually clean takes out the Cinccino, which is amazing. Now, I'm going to stay in because I don't want Jinx setting up on me, and I just die from the Ice Beam. So I do bring in Escav because it can take anything this Jinx has to offer, and I do go for the Sleep Talk and thankfully do get the Iron Head and take out that Amoonguss clean. So now the Sock comes in and I'm thinking it's probably going to go for the CC, it has no reason not to, and it does a really nice chunk on my Amoonguss for me resisting it. And so that's definitely telling me he's banded, and so I'm just going to stay and go for the Giga Drain. He is at -2, so hopefully I'll get back to a nice amount of HP, but I don't even bring him down to like anything close to what I was expecting, so I definitely have to switch out Amoonguss to get the Regenerator and basically just sack Lantern here. So now I have the opportunity to go into Braviary because I know I'll outspeed since he's banded. I am Jolly Scarfed. I can take out that Sock. Now it brings in Jinx, and it turns out that his Jinx is Scarfed and can just go for the Ice Beam and take me out. and so now my SCAV comes in, and these ice booms are doing a decent amount of damage. So I'm kind of worried that if I don't get the correct sleep talk rolls, that I might not be able to take out Jinx and he could win. So basically, I depend on sleep talk here. I do get the Mega Horn, and Escavalier is doing very nicely here. I am just predicting that I'm going to wake up here and actually go for the Iron Head, but turns out I get nearly maximum sleep turns, and so I can get an Iron Head off, but that's really going to be it, because then I'll survive this next waterfall, but it turns out that he flinches me. It's really not a big deal, because thankfully since the Jinx is gone, my Amoonguss is able to live anything this Kabutops has to offer, unless it could potentially crit Stone Edge me, but by the looks of it, it looks like it doesn't even have Stone Edge, so I'm able to easily take him out with the Giga Drain, and that was a pretty close 1-0 victory. So that was an amazing battle, 2 chains. So yeah guys, thank you for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I'm not too rusty, although it has been a week, and I think that my metagame skills are still up to par, as I did do pretty well with this team, although it is thanks to Mr. Falco's amazing team building. So in other news, I was emailed that my R4 card was sent last Monday, and apparently the shipping is 3 to 5 days, so I should get it early next week, and hopefully I can start finding some Wi-Fi battles to upload. So I'm excited for that, and I hope you are as well. So thank you for watching as always guys, like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.